Deep in the jungles of Cambodia, hidden among the bright green trees, lies a treasure from long ago. This is Banteay Samre, a temple that whispers stories of a glorious past. It shows us how amazing the Khmer Empire was at building and art. Unlike the more famous Angkor Wat, Banteay Samre is a peaceful place. The temple's sandstone walls, covered in detailed carvings, seem to grow right out of the jungle. Walking through its old gates is like stepping back in time. You can almost feel the energy of hundreds of years ago, inviting you to explore and discover. Banteay Samre, though smaller than some other temples, has a special charm. Its beauty is in its small details, the stories carved into its walls, and the quiet feeling it gives visitors. This hidden treasure shows us a little bit of what ancient Cambodia was like. The history of Banteay Samre is a bit of a mystery, which makes it even more interesting. People believe the temple was built in the 1100s, during the time of King Suryavarman II. This was a great time for the Khmer Empire. The name Banteay Samre means citadel of the Samre. The Samre were an ancient group of people who lived in the area, but we don't know exactly how the temple and the Samre people are connected. The way the temple was built shows how skilled the Khmer builders and artists were. They used sandstone blocks, fitting them together perfectly without any cement. This way of building, called dry stone construction, is a famous part of Khmer architecture. Even after hundreds of years, Banteay Samre is still standing strong. It has survived storms, the growing jungle, and even war. Banteay Samre is a masterpiece of Khmer architecture. It's famous for its detailed carvings and beautiful design. The temple is built in the traditional Khmer way, with hallways around a central area. One of the most amazing things about Banteay Samre is its decorations. The temple walls are covered with carvings showing scenes from Hindu stories, like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. These carvings aren't just decorations, they tell stories, bringing old myths to life. The triangle-shaped areas above the doorways, called pediments, are also amazing. They have detailed carvings of gods, mythical creatures, and flowers. You can see how skilled the Khmer artists were in every detail. The way light and shadow fall in Banteay Samre is also special. Narrow hallways and carefully placed windows create patterns of light and dark, making the temple feel even more mysterious. Banteay Samre is very important to Cambodia's culture and history. It shows us how great the Khmer Empire was and how strong Hindu beliefs were. For the Khmer people, temples like Banteay Samre weren't just places to pray, they were also important symbols of the king's power. The temple's grand size and detailed carvings were meant to impress people and show that the king had the right to rule. The carvings on the temple tell us about the ancient Khmer people's religion and what they believed. They give us a look into a world where gods and goddesses were a big part of people's lives. Banteay Samre, along with other temples in Angkor, reminds us of Cambodia's rich history and culture. It's something Cambodians are proud of and a symbol of strength. Section 5. The legend of the Samre whispers through time. The name Banteay Samre comes from a local legend, making the temple even more interesting. We don't know exactly who the Samre people were, but their story is connected to the temple. The legend says the Samre were strong and skilled people who lived in the area long before the Khmer Empire. Some stories say they were amazing architects or warriors, even better than the Khmer kings who came later. One story says the Samre understood the land and its spirits very well. They helped build Banteay Samre, using their knowledge to make sure the temple fit in with nature. It's hard to know what's true and what's just a story, but these legends make Banteay Samre even more fascinating. They remind us that the temple isn't just made of stone, it's also about the people who lived there and what they believed. Section 6, Banteay Samre and the Angkor Complex, a tapestry of history. Banteay Samre is part of Angkor, a huge area of temples and monuments protected by UNESCO. Angkor was the center of the Khmer Empire. Banteay Samre is close to the famous Angkor Wat, and visiting both gives you a complete picture of Khmer architecture and art. Angkor Wat is huge and impressive, while Banteay Samre is special because of its details and peaceful feeling. You can see similar designs in both temples, like the hallways around a central area and the carved pictures. This shows the common style of Khmer art, but each temple is also unique. Banteay Samre is smaller and quieter, while Angkor Wat feels grand and powerful, like the Khmer Empire. Section 7. Experiencing Banteay Samre, a journey through time. Visiting Banteay Samre is an amazing experience, like traveling back to the great days of the Khmer Empire. The temple's peaceful feeling and detailed carvings are wonderful and awe-inspiring. The best time to visit is early in the morning or late in the afternoon, when the sun makes the temple glow. As you walk up to Banteay Samre, its sandstone walls seem to rise out of the jungle, inviting you to explore its secrets. Walk slowly through the temple's hallways, looking at the amazing carvings on the walls. Imagine the skilled artists who carefully carved these scenes from Hindu stories hundreds of years ago. When you get to the central area, take a moment to be quiet and think. Feel the history and the power of belief in this special place. Section 8. Preservation and the future, safeguarding a legacy. Banteay Samre, like many old monuments, needs protection from weather, plants, and too many tourists. We need to work together to protect this amazing temple for people in the future. The Cambodian government, working with groups from other countries, is working hard to protect Banteay Samre. They are fixing broken parts, clearing away plants, and making sure tourists don't damage the temple. You can help protect Banteay Samre by being respectful, walking only where you're supposed to and not touching or climbing on the old stones. If we all work together, we can make sure Banteay Samre is still here for people to enjoy for many years to come. Section 9. Unveiling the magic, a must-visit destination. Banteay Samre is more than just an old temple. It's a doorway to the past, showing how creative and artistic people were long ago. Visiting this hidden treasure is something you'll remember long after you leave Cambodia. If you love history or beautiful old buildings or just want a quiet and peaceful experience, Banteay Samre is the place for you. It's a place where you can connect with the past, see amazing things that people built, and find a quiet place in the Cambodian jungle. So when you plan your trip to Cambodia, make sure you visit Banteay Samre. Discover the magic of this hidden treasure and make memories that will last forever.